At exactly 3:12 in the morning, a single sentence ripped through the industry like a gunshot in a silent room. Remy Ma was on my couch eating cereal. Phones lit up. Group chats exploded. People who hadn't spoken in years suddenly checked in. Not to say hello, but to see how much Cassidy was about to say. Because when Cassidy talks, it's never small talk. It's never accidental. It's always a warning shot. He didn't say it for laughs. He said it like a man finally done protecting secrets that were never his to carry. And the moment those words hit the air, insiders knew something ugly was coming. This wasn't nostalgia. This wasn't a funny memory. This was a crack in a wall that's been hiding too much for too long. Within minutes, alleged screenshots started surfacing, blurred messages, half-deleted voice notes, timestamps from years ago that suddenly mattered again. Fans started connecting dots they were never supposed to see. Old lyrics felt like confessions. Old interviews felt rehearsed. Cassidy hinted that what people thought were coincidences were actually chess moves. He claimed that couch wasn't just furniture, it was a front-row seat to how alliances really form when the cameras are off. He suggested that the same smiles fans praised were the same faces that switched up behind closed doors. And then he dropped the line that made everyone freeze. That was the night I realized who was really playing who. Celebrities went quiet. Tweets vanished. One insider allegedly begged him to stop. He didn't, because according to Cassidy, this story isn't about serial, it's about betrayal, silence. And the moment he decided he was done holding everybody else's truth, it started with a knock on the door that Cassidy says he'll never forget. Not because it was loud, not because it came at a weird hour, but because he knew exactly who it was before he opened it. Remy Ma. She walked in like she owned the place, and according to him, she kind of did that night. Cassidy swears she didn't just stroll in, she had a purpose. She was calm, collected, casual. And then she sat on his couch and reached for a bowl of cereal like it was the most normal thing in the world. Cassidy says he froze. Not out of fear, but out of disbelief. He had known Remy professionally, respected her hustle. But in that moment, the lines between business, friendship, and betrayal blurred faster than any beat in a studio session. The first bombshell came when he revealed a supposedly leaked text that someone sent him. Before she even arrived, "She's coming. Watch yourself," Cassidy says. He laughed at the time, thinking it was paranoia, but minutes later, the energy in the room shifted. Conversations he thought were private were suddenly being monitored. Alleged recordings surfaced years later where voices could be heard whispering about plans, alliances, and moves he says were meant to sideline him. Fans on social media erupted when these clips hit forums. Twitter trended #CassidyLeaks, #RemyCerial, and #IndustrySecrets. Bloggers scrambled to find context. Cassidy claims the chaos wasn't just online, it was real, palpable, and suffocating. People in the industry were deleting tweets, changing stories, pretending to be on one side while secretly working another. He says the cereal story was the surface of a deeper betrayal. Alleged behind-the-scenes footage, shaky phone recordings, and whispers in studio hallways all pointed to the same truth. Trust was a currency in the rap game, and Cassidy was being cut out of deals that could have changed everything. Cassidy describes explosive confrontations with people he once called family, shouting matches that were never recorded but witnessed by a select few. Social media only made it worse. Fans picked sides, memes exploded, and every celebrity reaction became a fuel to the fire. One cryptic tweet from an unnamed rapper read, "Truth always finds its way out." Cassidy claims that was about him and he knew it. Then came the emotional breakdown. Cassidy says he realized just how alone he was in an industry he once dominated. He questioned who was real, who was acting, who was smiling while sharpening knives in the shadows. And as the tension escalated, he started collecting receipts, screenshots, studio logs, dates, messages, anything that could prove the web of manipulation. According to him, the serial story was just the appetizer. The real betrayal, he hints, happened weeks later, a multi-million-dollar deal that vanished overnight, leaving him blindsided, confused, and more determined than ever. And just when it seemed like the truth couldn't get any more shocking, he promised one final leak, a recording that, he says, would make the industry never look the same again. Fans are still speculating. Analysts are still piecing together the time, and celebrities are whispering in DMs. Cassidy is watching it all, letting the chaos build. The story of Remy on his couch eating cereal is no longer just a funny anecdote. It's a master key to a world of loyalty, betrayal, and secrets so explosive that even those involved are terrified it will see the light of day. And as Cassidy leans back, he hints at the next revelation. The night when a private conversation and one single recording could rewrite history, and he's holding it until the world is ready. Cassidy says the calm after the cereal storm was deceptive. The industry never sleeps, and neither do the whispers. Weeks after that infamous night, he claims he received a call that would change everything. The deal he thought was locked: money, influence, studio time. The work suddenly evaporated. Cassidy alleges that one of his closest collaborators, someone he trusted like a brother, had been maneuvering behind the scenes to redirect the opportunity elsewhere. He describes reading alleged leaked messages in disbelief. "We need to make sure he doesn't get this. The handwriting, the timestamps, it all matched." Cassidy says he felt a betrayal so deep, it made every betrayal before it pale in comparison. Social media erupted again when Cassidy posted a cryptic snippet of the timeline. Fans pieced together mentions of studio visits, canceled meetings, and mysterious phone calls. One viral clip showed him laughing in a recording booth, saying, "Y'all think you know the game, but the game's been knowing me." That laugh alone sent shockwaves through forums and private group chats. Alleged screenshots of DMS between Cassidy and other artists hinted at a silent war alliances forming. Backstabbing whispered behind closed doors. Fans exploded, taking sides and reigniting debates over loyalty and deception in hip-hop. Cassidy didn't stop there. He dropped hints of a recording from that night with Remy Ma, conversation that, according to him, captured the raw, unfiltered truth of what really happened on the couch. Voices overlapping, laughter, tension so thick you could cut it with a knife. He claims it exposes the manipulation, the games, the hidden agendas, and most importantly, the moment he realized the industry doesn't reward loyalty, it exploits it. Alleged leaks circulated on forums, some distorted, some clear enough to make listeners gasp. The rumor mill spun faster than ever, dragging even the biggest names into the chaos, all wondering if they were mentioned, implicated, or simply collateral damage. Cassidy also hints at confrontations that went beyond words. Explosive meetings in studios, heated arguments in hallways, and phone calls where voices cracked under the pressure of secrets finally being revealed. He says one particular A-list artist even sent a voice note saying, "Cass, you better be careful, some things can't be taken back." Fans replayed that clip thousands of times, dissecting tone and inflection, trying to understand just how dangerous this story really was. Alleged insider leaks kept coming. From scribbled notes in notebooks to deleted messages recovered from old devices, Cassidy insists that every piece fits into a puzzle, showing the real industry a web of betrayal, ambition, and survival. And just when it felt like Cassidy had exhausted every revelation, he teased the final twist. A recording exists, he claims. One that captures a private conversation between him and someone at the very top of the industry. The conversation, according to him, could shatter reputations, expose hidden hierarchies, and rewrite narratives that fans and insiders have believed for years. Social media is already buzzing with speculation. Fans are desperate. Industry figures are nervous. And Cassidy, he's waiting for the right moment to release it, knowing it will be the ultimate bombshell. The story of Remy Ma on the couch eating cereal is no longer just an anecdote, it's a symbol of hidden alliances, secret recordings, and betrayals that happen behind closed doors while fans cheer in the front row. Cassidy claims that what comes next will redefine how we see the music industry, trust, and loyalty. Every leak, every DM, every snippet he's shared has been building toward the final revelation, a moment he promises will leave no question unanswered and no one untouched. The stage is set. The audience is watching, and according to Cassidy, when that last recording drops, the industry will never recover. Listen closely, this isn't just a story. This isn't just gossip. Cassidy has dropped hints, leaks, and recordings that the industry prayed would stay buried, and now it's in your hands. Every like, every comment, every share pushes the truth further into the light. Every time you scroll past, someone out there is hoping you stay silent. Don't let them win. Engage. Demand the next revelation. Be part of the moment before it disappears forever. If you thought the cereal story was shocking, wait until you hear what Cassidy's been holding back. He's promised one final recording, one conversation, one leak that will make history. One conversation, one leak that will make history. Shake reputations and change everything you thought you knew about the rap game. Missing it isn't just losing out on gossip, it's letting the truth slip through your fingers. So hit that like button if you want the next bombshell comment. Your theories, your reactions, and your questions, because Cassidy has hinted the leaks are coming in real time. And the more engagement, the closer we get to uncovering it all. Subscribe and turn on notifications right now. The next clip could drop any second, and when it does, you do not want to be left out. Trust us, the industry won't forgive silence, and neither will history. Step in, make noise, be part of the revelation. The next chapter is coming, and it will hit harder than anything you've seen before.